Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's lesson. Let's go ahead and get started with our lesson objective. So, today we will use the standard algorithm to solve division problems. All right, let's go ahead and get into our vocabulary. So, our first vocabulary word let me go ahead and clear everything. There we go. Our first vocabulary word is division. So, division is a process of taking a whole set of numbers or a set of items and splitting them into equal groups. All right, fantastic. Let's go ahead and go on to dividend. So a dividend is a number that the number that will be divided up. So we have 8 pieces of pizza. That's what our dividend is. Divisor tells you how many pieces or groups to divide the dividend into. So we have 8 pieces of pizza. Our divisor is 4, right? Because that's the number of groups we are dividing into. All right. And then we have quotient, the answer after we divide one number by another. So the quotient is the answer to a division problem. All right, and last but not least is remainder. So remainder is the amount left over after division. So if we can't divide everything evenly, we have remainder left over. All right, let's go ahead and solve our problem using the standard algorithm. So today we're going to find the quotient for 723 divided by 5 using the standard algorithm. Now, before we use the standard algorithm, we are actually going to go ahead and use an acronym. Okay, and right here I have a monkey. And when we use the standard algorithm, I like to remember that, write this right here, that dirty monkeys smell bad. So this is the acronym I like to remember whenever I am dividing. All right, so dirty monkeys smell bad. Okay, now what this stands for is divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. That's what everything stands for. And actually, let me go ahead and clear this and rewrite it a little bit better. So we have dirty monkeys smell bad. So let's go ahead and remember dirty monkeys smell bad. And that is for division, multiplication, subtraction, and then bring down. Okay? I'm gonna put those in parentheses so we can see it a little bit clearer. All right, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and get into our problem. So we have 723 divided by 5. So 723 is our dividend. So how we're going to go ahead and show this is I am going to draw a symbol like this. And we're going to put our dividend underneath this line, which is going to be 723. Okay, and then we're going to put our divisor, which is a number of groups we're going to divide it into, on this side of this line, and so we have 5. All right, so we have that. The other thing that I like to do before I even start with division is do something called 9 lines. So we're going to go ahead, we saw this in multiplication, we're going to do the same thing for division, and I'm going to go ahead and do this right here. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I have a lot of things in the way. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do our 9 lines, which is going to show us how many we're going to multiply everything by. So we're going to take our 5, we're going to take our divisor and start at the top and multiply 5 times 1. So 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times, let me do this in a different color. We'll do it in pink. So we have 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 8 is 40. And 5 times 9 is 45. I know we have a lot of things over here. Okay, so we have all of this, right? So we did our 9 lines. Now we're going to go ahead and start solving the problem. So what we have to do is we have to look at each digit individually and see how many times we can divide it by. So we have 7. We're first going to divide. We have to figure out how many times can we divide 7 by 5. So we're going to use our 9 lines. And I see that we have 5 and then 10. So we have to go with the number less than. That's a little bit smaller. So we have 5, right? So I know that 5 times 1 is 5. So I'm going to go ahead and put down 5 times 1 because that's how many groups we can divide it into. And then we have to multiply. So we're going to multiply 1 times 5, which is going to give us 5, right? Then we have to look at our smell right here, and that stands for subtract. We have to subtract 7 minus 5, which is going to give us 2. All right, so we subtracted. Now we have to go to bring down. So we're going to go ahead and look at this number right here, go to the next place value, and we're going to bring the 2 down. And now we got to start all the way at the top. We're going to divide, but this time we're going to divide 22 by 5. So let's look over here and see if we can get as close to 22 as possible. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 is too big, so we got to stay with 20. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can divide 22 4 times into groups of 5. Okay, so then we have to multiply. 4 times 5 is 20. Right? So we're going to sorry guys. That's 20. And then we're going to look over here and we're going to subtract. So we're going to subtract 22 minus 20, which is going to give us 2. Then we have to bring down. So we're going to go ahead and bring down our 3. And we're going to start all over again, right? So now we got to divide 23 by 5. So let's see if we can get as close to 23 as possible. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 is too big, so we have to stay with 20, which is 4, right? So we can divide 23 by 5 4 times. Then we need to multiply 4 times 5, which is 20. I'm going to actually go ahead and put this right here. Is 20, right? And then we have to subtract 23 minus 20. And I'm going to write this over here, guys. Sorry. Which is going to be 3. Now, we don't have anything left to bring down, right? And so this is telling us like, oh, this is my remainder. So we're going to go ahead and put that up here. So 723 divided by 5 is 144 with a remainder of 3. Okay? All right, so that is our answer right here. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Let's go ahead and go over our lesson objective. So our lesson objective for today is we use the standard algorithm to solve division problems. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for joining me and learning about the standard algorithm for division, and I'll see you next time. Bye.